Hello flosstube, it's Caitlin with A Stitch for Mom. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch, so thank you for stopping by and checking it out. I really appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and get started. I've got whips, I've got a couple finishes for you, and some previous finishes. So right now my house is decorated for winter, so I pulled some more of my winter finishes out. And the first one I have is I can't remember what this one is called. It's the Winter Barn from Stitching with the Housewives from the Punch Needle and Primitive magazine. There's a little bottom piece that has sheep. I did not include that piece, but I stitched this using the called for colors on 32 count charcoal Lugana. And I just finished it on magnets in this little dish. Super cute. This is the only one of the series that I have done. Another winter piece I have is Lizzie Kate's Winter Smalls. I stitched, the only one I'm missing is Summer, so I need to stitch that this year. It's stitched on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco using my own colors. It is on magnets. This is a sign that says pumpkins. So this sign stays up all year long. I just switch out this piece. I like it because it sits on its own. And this is a quilted paper, $6.99 at Home Goods. It's probably more than that because I got this a couple years ago. But they have tons of signs like these, and this fits perfectly. Those are my two previous finishes. I do have two finishes for 2023. So I've finished 3 projects total so far this year. My first one was Holiday Hoopla Valentine's Day, which I still have not fully finished. I did just find something that I want to use to finish it on, so hopefully I will be getting that done in the next couple weeks. But I finished the Let It Snow cup by Stitching with the Housewives. So I started this on my 12 by 12. I stitched on 28 count black Joplin. I used, I think, all my own colors. So I used licorice red for the red. This is a blue solstice that I got from my Color and Cotton pack, and then the light blue is also from my Color and Cotton pack. The white is 3865. The brown is just a brown I pulled, and the orange is just an orange I pulled. So it sits on this pedestal. I do need to get some covered buttons. I ran out of the size that I usually put down here, so I just need to get, I usually put 3 covered buttons down here. So I will need to do that, but I really like it. I love those snowflakes. They look so pretty with this. So I finished that. And then I finally fully finished Chock Full Snowy Jar, which this has been a whip for quite a while. So I did change some of the colors. So I'm using chalk for the white, or 3865 for the white. For the light blue, I am using, it's a Vintage Motto Sampler Threads, like Hollyhock is what it's called. Then for the red is called for, so that's Licorice Red. This teal is Tropical Paradise. And then this light blue, or sorry, this blue is called Winter Tide. It's from my Color and Cotton pack. So I stitched this on 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself. So when you dye it, it does shrink. So this is probably more like in between a 28 and a 32 count. And then I used Chelsea's Checks Aqua on the back, because the blue just didn't quite work. And since the Tropical Paradise is more of an aqua color, that's what I got. It looks really cute. I did use 1 strand for the jar. So I only have 1 more jar left. I have Liberty, and then I will be done with that series. Those were all of my finishes for this week, or for this past 2 weeks. Onto my whips. I do have some new starts, some whips, just some things I've worked on. I'm not going to go in any specific order. I did put a couple more stitches in my controller from the Needle and Floss Company. It's my Nintendo controller. I really kind of wanted to get this part done, but then I just got distracted. can't even see it. This is on 28 count black Joblin. So I just finished this part right here, and then I started, it was like right here, so I just started to go up. I pulled this out for maybe like 30 minutes the other day, just for something different. Let's see, and I did work on, I did put a couple stitches on this. This is Cow Pile by Plum Street. I do want to get this one done this year because I want it to go right over here. So that's the one I made for my mom. This is a sign my sister made me with my mom's handwriting. So I would like it to go like right in this area. I did move some things around in my craft room. We got a treadmill. We got some things moved around. So I did put some more stitches in the cow. I finished this flower. So not a ton, but I at least pulled it out. So I did get some stitching. Okay, sorry, just floss everywhere. The next one, I kind of moved out a whole bunch of stuff. So I kind of moved out all of my old whips that I am not doing anymore. And by that I mean like my Christmas whips. I'm kind of done with Christmas and I have one more Christmas whip I would like to get done. But I'm kind of done with Christmas and wintry stuff, except for Valentine's Day. So I kind of moved all of that stuff out, and I've moved new stuff in to my like working whip bag. All right, so let me just make sure. Okay. I spent a lot of time on that snowy jar. That jar was a beast. So I did work on our stitch along. So we are doing a stitch along. It's called Sampler of the Season Sale. And I started spring. I'm going to start all 4 of them. But this is the one I started first. I'm using all DMC. I just looked up DMC conversion. And this is what I have done so far. I'm stitching this on 40 count cappuccino from Fiber on a Whim. It's cute. It's so tiny. So tiny. It's gonna look adorable. Lacey Makes is also joining us. She's got a lot more done on hers if you want to go check it out. It's really cute. You cannot get these in the stores, so you can go to her shop though, which is Country Stitches Online, and you can order them from her shop. Here are the other 3 we will be doing. Next, we're going to do summer in April. Then we are going to do autumn in July. Then we are going to do winter in October. So, I don't know which one's my favorite. I like summer. I like those giant sunflowers. They're really pretty. Okay. And this is in my giant Nikki's Notables bag, which I love. Except for it's hard to fit places. Okay. Everything else I'm going to show you is a new start. Yeah, everything else is a new start. So this is part of my haul and part of my new starts. So I bought 40 count flax linen from 123 Stitch. I wanted to get 36 count, but then they were out of it. So then I was like, well, I want to get this started. So I am starting triple play pillows, the summer basket. And I'm actually doing all 3 of these in a row. So I started with this one. I'll go this one, then this one. They'll be all stitched together. I changed the colors of the summer one to more of a darker blue. So this is what I have so far. It's all DMC, but it's on it's on 40 count flax linen. Losing my mind. It's so cute. Absolutely love it. So tiny. I saw the winter ones come out and I'm like, okay, well, I should probably start them so I could get them done. So I got that. I started the stitch along called Big Hearted Sal, so Big Hearted Tiny Town. So I started this. I think I started it last Monday or Tuesday. I'm stitching on kind of like a combination of called for / my own / I don't know. I'm not very far on it yet, and I did mess up. So this is what I have so far. So like this is my own color, this is my own color, but these two are called for. I messed up because I didn't leave enough space between this building, so I could make the roof smaller. I'm just gonna make the roof touch. So I decided just to make the roof touch. And I'm stitching this on 32 count powder pink splash, Lugana. Sorry, I want to go grab something. I'm actually hoping to finish it on this paddle that I got at a junk show. So this is kind of my finishing for this, if I ever get it done. So that is the Big Hearted Sal that I joined. In the same Valentine's Day vein, I did buy a new pattern. So I have a goal for myself, and when I take small steps towards that goal, I'm going to reward myself with a new pattern. And so I was able to buy one new pattern, and I just absolutely loved Sweetheart Street from Stitching with the Housewives. So I bought it from Fat Quarter Shop because it's 20% off right now, and I started it, and this is as far as I've gotten. So this is 2 days of work. So I got all of the mailbox done and this flower done on Monday, which was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And then I got the wheel done last night. I'm using mostly the called for. The green isn't called for. The green is from my my color and cotton pack, and the blue is from my color and cotton pack, which I can pull those because they're right here. I'm using this Heavenly and Fairy Tale. So these are 2 colors I'm using. And then the other called for is Seashell-y and Ribbon Red. So I'm really liking that. I think I'm just going to put it in a frame. It's a 5x7, so I'm thinking I'm just framing it. Real easy finish. The last whip I have is actually, oops, that's not it, for my husband. We just finished a game together. It's a Final Fantasy game, and it's Final Fantasy X. And I found this lady who does these cross stitch patterns, and they're all from Final Fantasy. So I did purchase a couple of Final Fantasy. He's like, I really like her stuff, and he's like, okay, I added all the ones I wanted to your cart. And I'm like, okay. So I bought them. But that doesn't count because they're gifts. So I did start it. You really can't tell what it is. And I don't have the cover photo. But he's like, I'm stitching this on 32 count smoky blue dyed effect from, who does this? Fabric Flare. This is like water. This is part of his sword. This is part of his leg. So I got this one started. We are actually going to a Final Fantasy concert Saturday over in Omaha. So that'll be really fun. Those are all I worked on this past 2 weeks. Really those ones took quite a while to finish. I believe, let me double check. I'm pretty sure I did it. No, I didn't touch those other whips. I did have some haul. I'm trying to remember. I bought that 40 count. Oh, let me grab it. I also purchased 36 count Ren Lugana from Picture This Plus, which I'm really excited to stitch on. So hopefully find something to stitch it on. I'm just like in a project starting. Actually, I do know what I want to stitch on. I'm such in a project starting mood. So I pulled out. I do want to start these. So I want to start these on the 36 count. I'm going to start with spring. I want to start. Ooh, I do want to do this. Love is in the air. Because I think I want to finish it on this snowflake. Something that's just a little cute. I would like to start Berry Bakery. I pulled out Easter Parade to start maybe. I pulled out, I don't know if I'm going to start this. Life needs more chocolate bunnies. But I did pull it out. I went through all my spring stitching. I actually don't have that much spring stitching. So I went through it all and just kind of decided maybe what I was going to try to stitch. So that's all I have today. I was going to go grab Eddie because he's up. So I'm going to go grab him real quick and end the video with Eddie. Okay, so no Eddie because he is contently playing, and that hasn't been happening lately. So we're just going to let him contently play. He is able to pull himself up to sitting. He's working on trying to stand. He's 7 months. So we're going to have an early walker. That's all I have today. So thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I can give you kind of like a little, oh gosh, there's a little tour of the craft room. It's not a lot. I do want to show eventually. I have some old projects that I haven't showed you guys that hang up like over here that I'm going to pull down during a different season. So I hope you guys enjoy your winter/Valentine's Day stitching, or if you're in the spring mood, enjoy it. And I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.